friends, how are you today? I am here because I've got mail. Yes, the mailman has dropped my packages, and that always makes me super excited. He was nice enough to put them in the mail bin today, so that means maybe my old mailman is back. The new mailman, he had a tendency of either leaving them on the ground or hanging them out of the mailbox so that they're all falling out of. It was a mess anyway, you know, and I come home and if it's a windy day, I got packages flying around the yard. So it looks like our new mailman is gone and our old mailman must be back. I'll have to check on that. But excited because I got mail. So let's jump right into it right now. Let's see what I have. All right, first package comes from Athens. Athens, what we got? All right. And we have a Blu-ray of Harry and the Hendersons. Yes, Harry and the Hendersons. If you don't know what Harry and the Hendersons is, it's a movie about Bigfoot. Okay, a family goes out to the woods, goes camping, accidentally hits Bigfoot with their car. And this has always been a favorite of my kids. My oldest daughter used to watch it over and over and over again, and then we passed it on and on and on. This is, it stars Jonathan Lithgow. Excellent, excellent kids movie. Nothing disturbing in this, unless your kids are a little afraid of a big, cute, giant Bigfoot, okay, who harms nobody. It actually is very, very loving.
What's this? Cool, huh? He didn't care for the blue shoes.
Your papa was a good boy, and I can handsome man just like your daddy. And you'll have Swedish pancake too. Now I know where Bonzo gets his bad habits.
That's outright bribery.
And there's a hunter that's been searching for him for years, and they want to get their hands, of course, on Bigfoot, because everybody wants to know about Bigfoot. Everyone wants to catch a Bigfoot. Everyone wants to see Bigfoot. So we have this villain character who is looking for Bigfoot. And these people, they hit him with the car. They put him in the car. They take him home, and they make him part of the family. And that's what this is, a family film about Bigfoot. And my kids absolutely love this movie. I enjoy this movie. This is not just for kids. It's for adults. You want to sit down with your family, enjoy a good, funny, lighthearted, you know, not really a thinking film, little dramatic when it comes to the hunter looking for Bigfoot, because you fall in love with the character and you're like, oh, I don't want nothing to happen to Bigfoot, you know. I want, well, Bigfoot's Harry, you don't want nothing to happen to Harry, and you'll see what happens. So this was a good deal. You can get this right now on eBay. They did have it at Target for $5. So for a Blu-ray, $5. Does it come with the? No, it's just a digital and a Blu-ray. Great movie. I'm sure your kids, if you have young kids, 5, 6, 7, around that age, they'll watch it over and over and over again. They'll absolutely love this movie, and it is just enjoyable and a wonderful movie. Matter of fact, I have the figure of Harry in my basement that I've had since I was mid-teens or so, whatever. I'm not really sure when this movie came out, but, and of course I'm going to look on the back, and I'm not going to get the date, but that's okay. But for some reason, I ended up with this Harry and the Hendersons full-size figure with the back in the day pull string, where you pull a string, and after a long period of time, the string starts to wear out, and we go from, hello, my name's Harry, to, you know, and then you got to hold the string really, really slow, and it's, hello, my name is Harry. Well, you can get it like just right, and you're like, hello, my name is Harry. Oh, hello, my name is... You know what I'm talking about. If you know what the old pull string toys were and how they worked, after a long period of time, the voice box let go and that string would just shoot right into the thing, and it didn't sound anything like the character anymore. But I have a Mark and Mindy like that. I have a Freddy Krueger like that. But if you slow the string down just enough, you get that actual sound of the character from the movie. And this is a great movie. So first drop in my mail here today, Harry and the Hendersons, which came really quick because I think I ordered this last week. So I'm going to relive this, enjoy this with my kids again, and bring back those memories of them sitting in my laps and lap, and enjoying a movie. Yeah, so Harry and the Hendersons. Pick up number 1. All right. Number 2. This comes from Amazon. Amazon package. which I'm surprised they didn't send me the picture, because Amazon's good. They send you the picture of it on your porch. I didn't remember getting the Amazon picture on this. So we have a Blu-ray and we have a CD. Okay, and I'll be really quick with this. This is Gold Diggers, starring Christina Ricci and Anna Klumsky. Anna Klumsky, of course, is from whoa. Wait a minute. Anna Klumsky is from, wow, okay, the one with the kid from Home Alone. My Girl. Yes. Anna Klumsky from My Girl. I think this is the only other movie she did. She cut her hair really, really short. Kind of look a little boyish in this movie. But this has a young Christina Ricci in it, which if you know who Christina Ricci is, she was a big star for a while. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened to Christina Ricci. She kind of dropped off the radar. But I've never seen this movie, so I'm going to be really quick with this. It is a, let me see if I get the name of the company right here. It's a Mill Creek. So it's one of these cool, used to be a VHS type thing, so you get the cool little PG rating on it and the different things on it. And I just think these things are really cool. And then when you flip it up over here, you get the original artwork that you would have gotten back in the day if you would have went to go rent this at the rental store. But pretty cool. I just like the whole VHS type look of this thing and put this to my collection. I've never seen the movie before, so I'm not going to review it, rate it yet. I'll watch it, and then I'll review it, and then I'll tell you how it was. But it's pretty much a kid's movie, so I'm guessing PG kids movie. So it should be pretty good. It's one of those movies where they're on a treasure hunt type thing. So not to give anything away, that's what it is. They're treasure hunting. Okay, and we have the new CD by Ringo Starr. And what I heard was that Ringo Starr released it. It's an EP. So it's an extended play. It's not a full CD album. It's not a not a single, which is 2 songs or so. This is an EP, which we have how many songs on here? Of course, not gonna say. I'm gonna have to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 songs. 5 songs on this EP. And what I heard was that Ringo was like, well, Paul just released an album and I want to release my album too, so we can kind of compete with each other or so, or whatever. So I don't really have a full album. I'm going to release this partial album and then I'll release my full album later on. So I probably should have held off on the EP. Probably. But because I'm a completist and collect everything Beatles, and I have everything from the Beatles, except for those big, huge box sets from Paul McCartney, only because I just don't feel like they're necessary. John Lennon ones, yes. George Harrison don't really have them, and Ringo doesn't really have them. But John, I enjoy. Paul, the big box sets, I think it's just like, might have some outtakes or something I'm missing. Maybe eventually, but they're very expensive, so I'm holding off. But in order for me to complete my collection of Beatles type stuff, this EP had to be part of my collection. And am I, out of the Beatles, am I the biggest Ringo fan? I would say out of the Beatles, Ringo is probably my least favorite, to be perfectly honest with you. It's not that I don't dislike his music, and I really find his voice to be different compared to the other Beatles, and I do enjoy his music. But if I had a lineup of John, Paul, Ringo, and George, I would go John, I would go Paul, George, and then Ringo. That's just my choice. Yeah, my choice, it's my thing. If yours is different, comment below. If you rate your fan base of Beatles, but John Lennon's my go-to guy if I want to listen to the Beatles. Beatles all together actually would go first, and then John, and then Paul, and then George, and then Ringo. But love them all. Had to complete it. So Ringo Starr's new CDs out there. I think I paid $8 for this. Little pricey for an EP, 5 songs, but to add it to my collection, had to be done. Okay, and we have another package from Peter something from Minnesota. Peter, I can't pronounce your last name, from Minnesota. Thank you for sending this promptly, and it's a Blu-ray. See that it's blue. I don't know, you might get tricked because some of the times those Disney titles, yeah, they like to stick them in the VHS cover, DVD covers. Okay, and it is a copy of The Adventures of Baron Munchausen. What is The Adventures of Baron Munchausen? It is a fantasy film made by Terry Gilliam. Terry Gilliam is the guy from Monty Python. He's the one that did all the art for Monty Python. He's also a big writer with Monty Python. He's also a big writer. He wrote many other movies. Fisher King. What's the other ones? Time Bandits. I'll try to look at my... I always go too far. I think he did he do Fear and Loathing? I'm not sure. I'll have to check it out. Anyway, but this movie is a pure fantasy movie. The reason why I picked it up is it's part of my trying to complete my Robin Williams collection. And Robin Williams has a part in this movie. He's not a big part, but he's got a part in this movie.
You are like a mosquito in the Taj Mahal.
And in order to complete, I had to have The Adventures of Baron Munchausen. It does have a lot of the stars. Actually has stars from Uma Thurman, Eric Idle, which is from Monty Python, and John Neville. It's a pure fantasy movie. I don't remember it. I own it on DVD. I've owned it on VHS. And I don't have a really good grasp on the movie. I can't remember it that well. So, was it really good? I don't know. You know, I don't have a memory of it. So, I'm going to have to relive it, recheck it out, relive it, recheck. I don't even think that makes any sense. I'm going to watch it again. That's what I'm going to do. And I'll if it's really good, I'll review it and talk about it. And was a little, I'm going to say pricey, but $12 for a used Blu-ray. I'm not sure if it's out of print. I don't think so. I think they do have it on Amazon, so it's not out of print. But $12 for a used one. I think it's regular 15 or 18 or something. I save a couple bucks. That's how I do things. I save a couple bucks. So, The Adventures of Baron Munchausen is another one of those Robin Williams pickups that I have. Now, I have one more title that I want to show you. Let me see. One more title. I don't even know if it's a title, because if I haven't opened it up yet, how am I supposed to know if it's a title? All right. Where is it? Wait a minute. Hang on. Why can't... Hold on. It's not here. Hang on a second. I'm back. Okay, all right. Found it. For some reason, it wasn't where it's supposed to be. Don't know why. Everything was put in the same spot. I don't know why this dropped between the... Anyway, I got it. Let's open this up. Okay, and is it a copy? And it is a copy. And it is a copy of The Final Cut, starring Robin Williams.
Introduces the 9th generation of the Zoe implant to record your memories so they may live on with those you leave behind.
I heard you were the best. My husband was a great man, Mr. Hackman. He deserves to be remembered as a great man.
Are you willing to die for this? The Final Cut.
Yes. Have you ever heard of this movie? Probably not. Okay, I never heard of this movie before. I have been a Robin Williams fan since Popeye. Since Popeye came out, I was like, yeah, since Mork and Mindy, I've been a Robin Williams fan. And I never, ever heard of this movie. But I wanted to check it out. So I watched it. I watched this prior to getting this. This is a used copy, so it still has the little thingies on top there. And let's see if the quality is any good, because it is used. Yeah, it's minty, fresh, good, nice, perfect. Here's a DVD. Why did I buy the DVD? You're a Blu-ray guy, because it's not available on Blu-ray. Come on, get together, people. Get it together. Get it together, people. Stop transferring these things onto Blu-ray and 4K and stuff like that. We're updating everything. But maybe this movie people felt was not relevant. Was not relevant. Was not. Oh wow. Was not something to get a Blu-ray. Was not. Give me a word. Comment below on what I'm looking for. Was not relevant enough. I'm thinking relevant enough. Not important enough. Was not. Whatever it was. Anyway, I watched this movie recently. Okay, I wanted to check it out. It was on one of the streaming channels. Not sure which one. Hulu, Netflix, one of them streaming channels. And I was like, okay, I want to watch this movie to see whether or not it was even worth me picking up. But of course, I am a completist, and I had to get all of the Robin Williams stuff. So I wanted to check out this movie. And this movie actually blew me away. It's a Robin Williams drama movie, not a comedy. If you're looking for Mrs. Doubtfire, you're in the wrong place. This is not a Mrs. Doubtfire. There is no laughs in this movie. Not a one. You're not going to chuckle. You're not going to laugh. This is one of those thinking films. It is set in the future, okay? Not too far future, but around the bend, where when people die, I guess people have been implanted with microchips, chips in their bodies. Go figure. You know, with all the stuff going on in the world right now, it's only a matter of time when this is going to be happening. But anyway, so when you are in the womb, they inject you with this chip, which they can record your memories from the day that you are born. So what it is this guy's job to, so when they go, okay, wait, when you go to a funeral service, people hire this man to take the chips and edit them so that way they can only remember the good things about the person. So if you had a guy that was a messed up human being and he was cheating on his wife and did bad things, certain things going on in his life, and the wife didn't want to remember that part of his life, they would take the chip and he would edit it. He was called a cutter, and he would cut the film on the chip and make him look like he was like the super dad and super husband and super worker or whatever, and he had tons of friends and people loved him. He would edit their life so that way they looked like an amazing person. So, not to give too much away, because I do want people to watch this movie. I explained this movie to my wife and kid, one of my daughters the other, I think it was Saturday, Sunday, whatever, one of the days anyway. And after explaining to me, like, why didn't you watch this with us? I'm like, well, it was 2 o'clock in the morning, and I decided to put it on 2 o'clock in the morning, and nobody's up with me at 2 o'clock in the morning, so that's why you didn't watch it with me. And it does have, it's not a kid's movie, so it does have a couple of adult scenes that make you feel a little squirmish. I don't want to watch this with my kids. I just don't, it's not one of those movies that you watch with your kids. So, to sum up the movie a little bit, which I thought was pretty cool, is he's a cutter. He does that thing. He takes the video. But when he was a child, something really traumatic happened to him personally, okay? And he can't get the thing out of his head. So while he's cutting a film, cutting one of these chips, one of these film things for one of his customers, he sees well, not to let it go, because this happens right at the beginning of the movie, so I'm not gonna mess anything up for anybody. He's with one of his friends. He's probably around, I would say, 10 or so, 7, 8, 9, 10, around 8, 9, 10. I don't know. They're hanging out in a mill. His friend falls, hits the ground, and supposedly dies, okay? So he's living with this traumatic experience because he ran, he left the friend there, he saw blood, and he left. And for his whole life, because his parents moved away, he never knew what happened to this friend. Did he live? Did he die? What happened? He did not know, but he's been carrying around like luggage for years and years and years. So he's editing this video for this woman, and he comes across this man who has the same mannerisms as his friend, like the way he cleans his glasses, the way he moves his shirt, the way he just reminds him a lot of this friend. So he goes back to the lady. He's like, oh, do you know who this person was that was in the video? And the lady's like very stern, because she kind of had her husband was in politics. He was one of these kind of scumbag type politicians that did all these really nasty bad things or whatever. And she didn't want to relive anything. She's like, why are you asking me questions about this guy? I just asked you to add this, and this. I don't need to talk about this anymore. So he ends up talking to the daughter. The daughter tells him who the person is. Come to find out, no, I'm going to leave it at that. Okay, so anyway, while this is going on, there is this other group of people that want the chip from this politician because they want to start some kind of scandal. And they want this video. They want this video chip, and they want to start the scandal. So he's, of course, running from these guys who are trying to get their hands on the chip. And it just progresses and flows. It's a good sci-fi futuristic thinking movie, and I'm thinking something that maybe along the lines might actually happen in the future. I'm pretty sure that within the next maybe 20-30 years they'll be trying to chip people and so they can know where we are and trace our memories. I mean, as it is, I'll be looking at something on eBay, and for some reason, I mean, I'm not going to go all conspiracy theory on you, but for some reason, if I'm looking at something on eBay, on my Facebook feed, the same thing I'm looking for will come up. Or if or Amazon, or it's even if I'm watching YouTube, like something it will be like on my would you like to watch this? I'm like, wow, I just looked up Robin Williams movies, a month ago, and now all of a sudden I looked them up on Google, and now all of a sudden on YouTube you want to watch some Robin Williams clips and stuff like that. Or I'll go on Facebook and be like, oh, a Robin Williams picture will pop up, and I'm like, coincidence? I don't know. I think somebody's tracing us already, but this is just the next step would be one of these chips. But the concept of a funeral and having a video type of going through, I mean, he gets video like right from birth, like the first memory of his mother, and it goes on and on, like his first time is one of his daughters were born, or the marriage, or meeting his wife, or all the wonderful memories, and it's making, of course, your family goes to a funeral and they're crying their eyes out. But that's this guy's job. But the scary part of this guy's job is he also has to watch all the bad things. He's taking the good stuff and he's making these videos, about the good things. But meanwhile, some of these people's lives are pretty messed up. And that's where the R rating comes in. That's where, don't go watch it with your kids come in, stuff that you wouldn't expect from the person that you are in love with, the person right on the side of you. It's a real thinker, what I mean? It's like, it really makes you open your eyes to like, wow, and then you kind of reflect on yourself, like, wow, there's a movie called Defending Your Life. It just came out on Blu-ray, but it's been out for years. And it's about when you go up to heaven and you're kind of like trying to talk God into letting you into heaven type thing. You know what I mean? It's like you're trying to tell him, well, this is the reason why I did this and the reason why I did that. This is one of those reflection movies. And I do a lot of reflecting on myself and a lot of the scumbaggish things I've done in my life. And yes, I have. Everybody has. Nobody is perfect. And we've done some messed up things in our lives. And I look back at those things and I'm like, well, I ask for forgiveness and I know that I did wrong and I try not to repeat them. But, sometimes it's difficult to not repeat some of the, bad habits. This is one of those movies that will make you reflect on, what? If somebody got a hand on your chip, think about this, got their hand on your chip, what would they see? It comes to your time when you go to that other place that you believe in, whatever that might be. Are you going to be defending the messed up things that you did in your life? Or would it be a better idea to just ask for forgiveness now and then hope that, somebody has a heart up there and says, yeah, you can come on in? Because I'll tell you, I don't want to be begging at the gates of heaven saying, please let me in. I want them to be like, okay, well, this guy is legit. Come on in. That's just me. And movies like this make me think of that. So you want to see a great Robin Williams movie, a thinker. It flows very well. Ending is fine. I mean, is it the greatest movie in the world? No, absolutely not. Is it a perfect movie? Absolutely not. Is there some slow points? Yes, it does. It does flow rather well, but there are a couple of parts where you're like, what's, there, is her name on it? Yeah, Mira Sorvino. She's like almost like the love interest type character in this thing, and I really didn't think she was really necessary. If there's nothing goes on in it, whatever, that would make you feel uncomfortable, but she was in it, and it's kind of just, she discovers what type of person this Cutter guy is, the Robin Williams character. But is it a perfect movie? No. But is it a movie worth watching? Yes. So if you're a Robin Williams fan, if you're a fan of sci-fi movies, if you're a fan of thinking movies that you after you're done, you're like, you got to reflect on your life and look back on your life and say, if somebody was cutting my life, if somebody was actually scanning through my life from birth, what would they see? Would it be a good thing? Would you want people to see how you're living? This is how I thought when I finished this movie. I was like, wow, this is a thinker. I mean, because the great thing about being who we are is everybody's a mess. I look at me and I'm like, I'm a mess. Okay, I'm a mess. I've done some terrible things in my life. But that person on the side of me, he's a mess too. She's a mess too. So you can relate to this movie. Everybody should be, anybody with empathy and everybody with feelings and anybody that has any kind of remorse towards anything they've done in life should be able to watch a movie like this and be like, yeah, I get it. And yeah, I gotta do something about what I'm doing in life. Maybe now would be a good time to do it. So the final cut is my final review, opening, unboxing package for today. And I hope I will see you later.